Hi, my name is Atenda and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a get ready with me and a bit of a chat about what's going on in my life. So, just gonna pop some lip balm on. I've already done my skincare and it's pretty extensive, so I just left that aside. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. While that sits in, I have been seeing everywhere videos of people saying that they quit their jobs, which is crazy because I also quit my job, and I feel like the thing that led me to quit my job was not being happy there. Before I continue, all of my brushes are from Morphe and this is a Morphe foundation. My palettes are all from Morphe. I'll tell you if it's not from Morphe. I really only buy Morphe makeup because they have really good sales. Okay, back to the point. I wasn't happy in my job and I saw this TikTok that was like, if you're like whatever you're doing or like the job that you're in or the place that you're in isn't, you know, taking you towards your goal or the plans that you had for your life, you're wasting your time. And like I feel like you could take that literally, but sometimes you have to like you have bills to pay, and I had bills to pay. And then I was like, oh, you know what, I think that started it off, and then was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Well, I wasn't like I'm just gonna do it. So the idea was I would be going into another job. So I went for the interview and everything seemed to go really well. They were like, you've got the job. I think there was just some processing that needed to be done. Anyway, so I handed in my 2 weeks notice. I, you know, carried out my 2 weeks, and then I was done. After that, I started seeing videos of people that were like, I quit my job. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's a wave. It's a wave of people that are dissatisfied with their lives that are out here quitting their jobs. This is the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define Concealer. And so I was like, I think I've made the right decision. Fast forward 2 weeks, I haven't started work. I don't know what's happening. I've sent a few emails just to figure out whether I'm employed. But it's crazy because I think everything happens for a reason, and the timing of everything isn't like a coincidence. My mirror is over here, that's why I'm looking here. The timing of everything isn't a coincidence. So it was the second week, no, the first week after I quit my job. So it was like my first week of no work. I got all these emails for work, for like, you know, TikTok, Instagram, and I was like, oh my goodness, what the heck? I obviously I have like savings, so like I'm not completely broke. I can pay my rent, I can pay my bills. But I was like, this is crazy. And I think you can say that you want to do something, or you know, because I was like, it would be really cool if I could do social media full-time, like content creating full-time. And I was like, okay, I'll work around this, and this. But it's funny when I feel like I left this job and it made space for all of this to come in, because the amount of stuff that has come in, I would not have the time to do it if I was working full-time. So I think that's crazy. So yeah, so I quit. And then I bought a camera. I quit and I bought this camera, which is incredible. It's the Canon G7X. so you know that there's gonna be some vlogs soon. But yeah, and I think I definitely owe all of this, right, like where I am right now, to TikTok, because it's honestly, it's so crazy. It's only been 8 months since I've been on TikTok. I did the calculations today, and in that time I've gotten so many opportunities that I never even thought that I would. And like, some people might look at them as small opportunities, but actually I don't look at them as small opportunities. I think they're pretty big opportunities, especially the ones that are coming up now. Like, it baffles me that like this is something that I'm doing. And so with this gap that I've got between jobs, potentially, I'm using the MAC, what am I using? MAC Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. So in this gap that I've got between these jobs, I decided that I'll put all of my focus and all of my energy onto content creation, because it's something that I like really want to do. And a while ago someone spoke to me and they were like, hey Tatenda, you know what, I just really think that there's like a lot of things that are going to be coming your way, and you just have to say yes to every adventure. Just say yes. And I was like, okay. And it's been I think it's been two years since they said that to me, 2 or 3. And now it's only like all of these things are happening, and I've just been saying yes to everything. And this is what I've been saying yes to. So I've got my base. Lately I've been doing like kind of like a freckly vibe. I can't remember what I do next. I contour. So I'm gonna contour, and I'm using this Morphe palette once again. It's Deep Glam 8D. Not really, I used to do around here, but I recently cut bangs, so putting any contour stuff like here makes no sense, because you just won't be able to see it. So then I do my nose, which is like my favorite part of contouring. So the next thing I'm gonna do is do some freckles. So I crack my fingers a lot. I just thought I'd let you know. I used to do it a lot, and then someone was like, no, you're gonna get arthritis. And so then I stopped, and then I went through this deep rabbit hole of watching chiropractor videos and people getting their backs cracked. And then the chiropractor was like encouraging people to crack their bones and stuff, because they're like, it's good for you. I know that physios and chiros are at war, but ever since then I've just been cracking everything that I can. Use a bobby pin for my freckles, and I got this other Morphe palette, and it's just using this color here. I think I bought this for $30. Honestly, Morphe, their sales are so good, and I just go ham. I have so many Morphe palettes. And the other day I went to like a birthday breakfast, and people were asking me, they were like, because you know how people are when you meet someone, they're like, oh, and what do you do with yourself? I'm like, oh, I don't want to answer this question, because it's such a it's a long-winded answer, because currently, technically, I'm unemployed. But then I was like, well, I mean, I'm currently like making money from social media. So then I was like, oh, I'm a content creator on social media. And they were like, okay, I don't know if I don't really like saying influencer. But but it's the word. So I'm watching a lot of videos, a lot of tutorials, a lot of Kelly stamps, and it's been really helpful, and it's made me think that I can actually do this. I've started a YouTube channel so many times and then just stopped, but I think now I feel like is the best time for me to do that. And there's so many changes happening to social media, to the algorithms, it's actually really crazy. It really just feels like now is the time. I got this technique from this girl on TikTok, and I'm going to take this palette back and I'm going to use these two colors and get like a kind of dense fluffy brush and then just everywhere. Another reason that I quit my job was because I went to uni and I did fashion at uni, and then when I left uni I started my business, like my label, and it was going really well. But then obviously you need money to work on a business. I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. This is the Stud Eyebrow Styler from MAC. So obviously you need money to be like, to make a business, to make like, especially when you're constantly trying to design and make new things, and you've got like website costs, shipping costs, like everything. And so I was like, okay, I need to like work full-time. And so then I started working full-time. I also moved out of home, so that was another expense. So I started working full-time so that I could fund all of these things and live. And I just lost the time for it all, like, because by the time I got home I was exhausted. And then my days off, I had 2 days off. Sometimes they were consecutive, sometimes they weren't. And each time I had a day off, it was like, okay, I need to catch up on laundry, on this. And then the next day, it would feel like I didn't have a rest day at all. So then my next day off would need to be a rest day. So that's why I felt like I had to switch jobs. And did I get darker? Yeah, that's why I felt like I had to switch jobs and do something that gave me my weekends, so that I had 2 consecutive days off, that would help me to, you know, get stuff done. So this is the MAC brow set, by the way. Just got some stuff from Kat Von D, which I'm going to be using. I don't think I can speak whilst I'm doing this, so I'm just going to do this and then get back to you. I got 2 new lashes yesterday, so I think I need to decide which one. I'm going to do Pixie. Yeah, I'm going to do Pixie. I want to look like a bit like a pixie today. So I use the Duo Lash Glue. The lashes dry a little bit, I'm going to use the Go Big or Go Home mascara from KVD. So I was just feeling like I was getting really drained, and I needed something new. I wasn't seeing anyone. My friends were like, "Tatenda, I haven't seen you in ages." Literally the only people I saw was my sister, purely because I live with her, and my boyfriend. Yeah, that was it. Oh, and obviously then the people that I worked with. So I just felt like my soul was being crushed. So yeah, and so I was like, I need to change this mascara. It's crazy. Oh, so here we are. I wanted to document everything because I had this idea of just documenting what my 20s are looking like right now, because honestly it's not what I expected. A lot of things people don't tell you about your 20s. And so I've been realizing things. about my 20s, what I expected them to look like, what they actually look like, and managing my expectations and also not being too hard on myself. So I wanted to like just document what my journey being in my 20s looks like. Sorry, I'm cracking my fingers a lot. And my journey in my 20s looks like. So I want to start doing some like 20s diaries, so I'll be able to like look back on it when I'm, I don't know, like 80 or something. So I'm gonna do my, I guess you could call it highlighter. I use the burgundy bar. I've been using this for years. It's by Maybelline, and I'm just yet to find a highlighter, an actual highlighter that does it for me. So until then, it's this eyeshadow, and it works really well for me, at least. So obviously I usually just do it on my nose, and then I grab a brush, just kind of dip around, and then I used to just put it willy-nilly, but now I'm using an angled brush and I'm actually making it into a point. So my lashes are on and they're drying, and whilst they dry I'm going to do my lipstick. So we're going to put some more lip balm on. I actually can't live with, if there's genuinely one thing that I genuinely cannot live without, it is my lip balm. So I'm going to do a little bit of like contouring under my lip, which I learned from Snitchery. So it just gives you more of a pout and like it adds weight to your bottom lip. I actually haven't found the most perfect lipstick, like nudie kind of lipstick. Oh, actually I did, but it was a custom color which I got done at the Lip Lab. So ever since then I haven't gone to get my refill, and I've just been mixing different shades and also using eyeshadow, which isn't sustainable when it comes to reapplication, but it's fine. So I got this color from KVD. As you can already tell, it's, hold on a second, I don't know. Oh, putting it on when you've got makeup on and when you don't is a completely different story. Still feels a little bit too light, just a little bit, a tiny bit. So what I always do is I grab any brush and then dip it in my contour color and then just dab it all over my lips. And I don't mind if it smudges a bit. I feel like that adds to the look of your lips, but like obviously I'm going to clean this out because it's a little bit too smudged. And then I'll go over, these are the colors I usually use. This is Over the Taupe by MAC, and just this matte liquid lipstick from OXX. It's like a big W brand. It's actually really good. A little bit of that. I'm an artiste, you know. A little bit of this. And usually that's fine, but sometimes what I've been liking doing lately is adding a little bit of my concealer right in the middle to lighten it up a bit. Just there. And I'll either finish it off here or I'll add lip gloss. Lately I've been liking the glossy lip, so we're just going to go ahead and add lip gloss. This is the lip gloss by MAC. Just going to put it all, and there we have it. So I'm just going to then set it all. And there you have it, the finished look. I did my hair off camera. I don't usually do my hair like this, but I kind of went for a 70s vibe. I feel like it really matches the top that I'm wearing. But thank you so much for getting ready with me and listening to me talk about my life. I'm very excited for content creation to be like my main focus right now, and I'm super excited for all of the stuff that I'm gonna be doing. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe so you can see all the new stuff that I'm going to be doing. But until then, lots of love and I'll see you soon. Mwah.